Alright guys, I just wanted to show you my 2013 Specialized Stumpjumper FSR Comp 29er. This is the aluminum frame version, size medium. If you saw some of my other videos, I bought a Camber Comp Carbon 29er. It was a good bike, but I just wanted a little beefier bike, a little more travel. And so I ended up trading it in for a Stumpjumper. I have the 26er, which you might have seen in my other reviews. But yeah, I thought the Stumpjumper might suit my riding style better. It's a little heavier than the Camber, but that's fine because I'm more of a trail rider, more all mountain type style. Not really into racing or anything. But yeah, I'll go over some of the parts. So the components of this. I have not had a chance to take this out on the trails yet because it's snowing outside. I've ridden it around my street on the cement, but no trail riding yet. First of all, I probably should note that I have done some upgrades, so these parts aren't totally stock, and I'll show you those too. But one of the upgrades I initially did was my cassettes. I went with the stock SRAM SG1030, upgraded to an XG1080, which is a lot nicer rear cassette, a lot lighter, probably 150 grams or more. The one that it comes with is nice, but it's kind of heavy. It's a boat anchor, essentially. I also upgraded to no tube ZTR Arch EX 29ers. Those are about 350, 400 grams lighter than the stock wheels. The stock wheels on this Stumpjumper are they're pretty darn heavy. So if you want some instant weight savings, I would go ahead and put some new wheels on there if you can. You'll notice the difference immediately. Also, going tubeless is another way to shed weight, and that's rotational weight too. So you're going to notice that a little more than just static weight from other upgrades. But I think this was about 30.5 pounds initially, and I have it between 28 and 29 pounds, which is pretty light for a trail full suspension 29er bike. And that is with a dropper post too, which probably adds 3/4 of a pound onto it also. But anyways, those are the wheels. Has an X9 rear derailleur, 2x10. Front cranks, I believe it's 22 and 36 tooth cogs up front. We'll see how I like those when I actually do take it out on the trail. As I mentioned, I have a dropper post on here, Crate Brothers Chronolog, which I bought refurbished for 80 bucks, which wasn't a bad deal. Rear suspension is Fox Float. I believe it has 130 millimeters of travel. The front suspension is 130 millimeters of travel as well, which is a good deal for a 29er. But I think that they compensated for that well in frame geometry. You also notice that the head tube angle is a little more slack than the Camber or the other Specialized bikes like the Epic or maybe any of the other race bikes that Specialized offers. Avid Elixir 5s, not the best brakes, but they'll work for me for now. I also ordered a carbon handlebar, which should be in the mail next week. Not really going to lose much weight off of that, but I like the feel of the carbon handlebars. So that should be here next week. But overall, so far, it's a nice bike. It's very cushy. It's got a lot of travel. The upgrades I have made on this have made it pretty darn light for a trail bike, for a bike as capable as this. This probably weighs about the same as my carbon Camber comp that I had, and this is the alloy frame. I thought about getting the carbon model of this, but I wasn't sure I wanted to spend another $1,000. So I said I would get the aluminum model and just do upgrades. You also notice that there's some interior routing right here for the dropper post cable. Oh yeah, and these are specialized purgatories, 2.3 inches wide. Can't really say much about them now just because they're so new. Like I said, I haven't set up tubeless. But once I get some mileage on this bike in the spring, I can tell you a little bit more about it and how it handles and how it climbs and all that good stuff. I will try to make another review of the specialized Stumpjumper FSR Comp 29er. Thank you much.